Hi everyone, the Island Stacker here. Welcome to another video. So this video is a recap of my stack currently as of 2024. So I've been doing this every year since I started stacking. So this will be the third iteration of this video. So as you probably see, it's slowly evolving over time with the differences between the two main metals that I have, so silver and gold, and the volume of which I hold each of those. So I just had a quick look back over my 2023 video. So at that point in time, I had 1 ounce of platinum, around 40 ounces of silver, and just under 8 ounces of gold. And then as of filming this video today, at the 31st of January, I still have 1 ounce of platinum. I have about 33.5 ounces of silver, so a slight decrease from last year, and I'll explain the reasons for that. And then gold is just over 10 ounces, so I'll show you some of the additions that I've made during the last year to increase that number as well. So silver, based from last year, I have sold a couple of pieces. So I did have a 10 ounce Yale of Beaufort Queen's Beast coin that is now no longer here. But with the Tudor Beast series that I'm currently collecting, so there's a few more that have come out since the last video. So the Unicorn, for example, has just been released, as well as the Bull that came out earlier in 2023. So that has made the silver go up, along with the Coronation 50p that was released for the coronation in May of King Charles. And then the other addition was this 50p Winnie the Pooh Ruin Kanga coin. So this was my first coin that I bought off of one of the auction sites. As in other than eBay, one of the companies that runs auctions on a sort of monthly basis. And I got this for relatively cheap. It was about 25 quid, considering this was retailing for about 60 when they were released. So that's the silver additions. As I stated in the video last year, I will slowly stop silver purchases. I have tried to sell some things over the last year, but not been very successful. Obviously the Star Wars coins have also been released as well in 2023, so I'm still waiting for the final one of these to come out, which I've had on pre-order. So the money was taken 2 weeks ago and I still haven't received the coin. So the normal Royal Mint delays with delivering coins but still taking your money, but that's a different topic for another video. So those are the kind of silver additions. I said once this series of the Tudor Beasts is completed, I'm probably going to stop purchasing silver proofs from the Royal Mint. The Star Wars thing was not on the radar, but I do like Star Wars, and whether the purchases were good or bad still waits to be seen. I know some of the prices on the secondhand market seem to be not as high as potentially expected, but they'll just sit there and then they can be passed on potentially to someone later on. I had noticed when taking the coins out, so I think it was the 50p from the Olympics along with the Pride 50p. It's not as prominent on the Pride 50p, but this Olympic one, I don't know if you can if the camera's going to pick it up, but there's some slight orange toning around the edge of the coin. It seems to be pretty much all the way around. So it's got a slight sort of orange or yellow discoloration. It's kind of on the back as well. I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick it up that well, but it's kind of annoying to see, considering it's a coin that's not that old and it's already toned. But again, not an unknown issue from the Royal Mint anyway. So that's silver. And then onto gold. So there's been a fair few things that I've purchased over the last year. I did get rid of a couple of gold coins. So if you've seen that video, I broke down some of the larger coins that I had and broke them into bullion sovereigns. So I think I had a 1 ounce gold Britannia and a full 2021 sovereign, I think, that I sold, and then that made way for purchasing of these some of these bullion sovereigns down below. Let me just move this back a little bit. So there's obviously a larger number of proof gold coins than there was last time. The first editions that I had were these 1988. So these are for the year I was born. So anything 1988 is something that I like the look of. I managed to get this online at not a bad price. I sent it off for grading. This one I purchased from a dealer that I've used before. So they sent it off for grading originally, and then I purchased it from them after they got it back for grading. So 2 nice additions in that respect. I also had a 2017 special edition sovereign. So this was something that I purchased from one of the dealers at one of the coin fairs that I went to here in London. So I bought this ungraded for I think around 185, 190 pounds, and then sent it off for grading, and very pleased that it came back with a PF70. I just wish that it was a bit of a bigger sovereign for this year, but the larger versions of this coin go for considerable money. So there's that, and obviously with the changeover from Queen Elizabeth to King Charles, there was the sovereign releases, so the memorial and coronation sovereigns. So there's these 2 that were added to the stack. So these again were purchased in just a normal proof and then sent off for grading. Again, happy that both of these got 70s. So as you'll have seen before, have all 3 special year sovereigns in PF70, which is a nice thing to have. A couple of other gold purchases. So if I can find it in the mess that's down here. So this coronation 1/4 ounce gold coin, so with the crowned portrait of King Charles. So as far as I'm aware, this was only available on bullion by post. So I'm not sure if this is ever released on any of the other traders, but it's odd that, again, that this wasn't released by the Royal Mint, but happy that that one's a nice addition, something to mark the coronation for that. The Tudor Beasts have obviously been slowly trickling out in gold bullion versions as well. So there's been 4 of these released so far. So the Lion of England, that's the wrong unicorn. Let's try this one. The Unicorn of Scotland, the Bull of Clarence, and the other one was the Jarl of Beaufort. So there's 4 bullion gold 1/4 ounces. I imagine that some of one of the next ones should be out shortly, as there's 5 silver proofs out, so it would make sense that the next one will be out shortly, but I haven't seen anything from the Royal Mint on that. Also, those that are following from the coins I'm getting for my cousin for when he reaches 18. So again, with the same thing in mind with all the releases of the Mint this year, or last year should I say, for sovereigns, there was a fair few sovereigns that had to be purchased for him to keep him up to date. So the Jubilee Sovereign, the Memorial Sovereign, the Coronation Sovereign, and recently purchased the 2024 normal Sovereign to add to the collection for him for when he gets to 18. And then, as I said, with the swapping out or selling of the 1 ounce gold Britannia, I swapped that into some bullion sovereigns. So I had two memorial and two 2023 sovereigns, just to break that down. So it's, should I ever come to sell it, it's not a case of selling one big lump of gold, and it'll be easier to split that out and make that if I needed it to be. And I think that was everything. And the last thing, sorry, before we wrap up. So this 1914 half sovereign, again, this one was my first gold purchase from the online auction sites. So this one's just a normal London 1914 sovereign. So this will go with the two Australian ones that I have here. These two are obviously graded, and they're both Sydney versions. This one's just a London one, as I said. I'm not sure it's worth grading, but it was just something else to add to the specific date that I like to collect in that regard. So yeah, that's the wrap up of the stack for this year. So as I said, slight decrease in silver. Once this is finished and the True de Beasts are finished, so that'll be another 6 ounces. So that will take me back up to the 40 ounces, which is where I kind of finished or started last year. That will probably be my limit going forward. Gold is slowly creeping up. So 2022 was just over 5 ounces. 2023 was just under 8 ounces. And then 2024 is just over 10 ounces. So I will continue to increase the gold as more of the Tudor Beasts coins come out for gold bullion. Those will be added to the stack, along with some 2024 bullion sovereigns when I get round to purchasing a couple of those. So yeah, that's the roundup so far. Thanks very much for watching. As ever, let me know what you think, if I'm going the right way, if you change anything that I have, or anything that you're doing for 2024 that's maybe different than you've done before. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.